Hey, collective, it's Anne Marie. Happy Saging of the Soul Sunday. Why would I do that song? I had another adventure I was going to go on today, but I'm telling you, what, with the full moon and the messages I was getting and the downloads, and then I watched, this is what I'm very careful of and I love all of you. I got to be careful of some of the videos I watch. I was watching Sev Healing. He is an amazing Reiki person who creates content. And he was doing a Reiki detachment and whatever. And I was just watching. I was like, I'm a beast when it comes to cutting people off and detaching. I'm like, say less, right? But when he was doing the Reiki, all of a sudden my crown started vibrating. I was like, okay, I'm being my sensitivities, I hate that word, but are heightened right now, so I got to be very mindful. So the place I was going to go to, I know it was kind of flooded out, so I was like, well, let's just go to a place we know. At least there's one bench here, and it was pretty muddy getting here. But anyway, let's pull some cards and get some messages of clarity. I know we're going to get some major downloads today. Oh, what's the Dark Universe want us to know? All the cards together, yeah. Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine beings, the source of light energy. Thank you to the west, the north, the east, the south. Fire, air, water, earth, spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the nature spirits. All right. What does the Dark Universe want us to know? Shit. And this was reversed. 34. Intimacy shadow. Beyond fear to connection. Well. 42. Integrity. Loyalty to innermost truth. And this was reversed. Yep. They say, and I believe that integrity is doing the right thing when no one else is looking. The message I was getting was, there's a few messages I was getting here. On one end, okay, that's what it is. On one end, someone is hoping that you're not going to be loyal to the truth within you, the integrity that you have, to get into an intimate connection with them, or to join with them, or to become friends with them, or to be part of a group. This could have been in the past. If you were traumatized, for lack of a better word, had issues with the conflicts with a group or certain people in your life, whether it's your family, your work group, I'm seeing something more like a community type of setting where it created a lot of fear and doubt in you and you broke free from it. Now there's a piece that's possibly having a piece of you that has this fear now of intimacy. Not intimate just romantically, but opening up to other people and trusting other people because of what's happened in the past. In the past, you may have been loyal to people, places, situations. You may have died on a couple hills. And now that you've grown and expanded, you've realized those weren't your hills to die on. They were other people's hills that they were kind of grouping you in with. Does that make sense? Like, people around you may have died on certain hills, and because you cared about them, or you're part of this group or part of this family, that you were dying on that hill too. You really didn't resonate with it, but you kind of, not trying to say you're a passive kind of go along to get along in a sense. You may not have realized you did this. You were in a different space back then, an unhealed space, and just needed more inner work. You need to love yourself and have more self-worth, and you've overcome a lot of that now. I'm still seeing someone climbing a mountain a little bit, which is okay, because once you get to the top of that mountain, you're going to realize when you look over that mountain, there's another fucking mountain, okay? So there's... Spirit is saying is that it's time to move beyond your fear of connecting with others. The way to continue to... The path to start that, or way to do that... I corrupted that and do nothing. Is to be loyal to yourself. At every cost, at every step, at every turn. Loyalty to yourself means differently for everybody else. The message I'm getting, loyalty to yourself is still being a person of integrity. Speaking up for yourself and others when you see things not, when you see people being taken advantage of, or you see some shit going on, speaking up. This is also choosing yourself at every turn. Choosing yourself means, like I said, many things. Setting boundaries, saying no. When you see some fuck shit, you can at least say, I ain't about this fuck shit, and walk away. Last week, this has nothing to do with this, but someone was saying something to me mid-sentence, and it was I felt the way they were talking to me was a little disrespectful. I didn't even say shit. I just stopped, turned around, and walked away. I just stopped mid-sentence. Stopped in mid-sentence and just walked away. To me, that's loving myself. I'm not going to explain myself. I'm not going to tell you how you're talking to me is disrespectful, because you already know. That's an example. So what is it about this intimacy? I want to know what it is about this intimacy. As my friend Auraverse just posted a video, we're talking about root causes. Let's look at the root of in the past. Even though we don't go to the past, we need to look to the past with the root causes of the reason why we make the choices we make. Why we allow certain people into our lives, why we continue to stay in situations that aren't good for us when we know that someone is not meant for our highest and greatest good. We know someone is on some fuck shit. When we know people are gaslighting us. When we know people really don't care about us because their behaviors are showing us that they don't give a fuck about us. So the deeper issue, the deeper root cause, let's dig into this. Let's dig. Because we're healing here. Right? And so it's taking a look at what inside of me feels unlovable, unworthy, that I'm not worth the fighting chance, and I allow myself to stay in these situations. You can be, and let's say, I already hear someone saying this. There's toxic people around me, but I just can't move. I just can't financially afford that. I get that. I've been in that situation. There's a way mentally, spiritually, to be able to detach and disconnect from these people until you make a solid plan to get out of the situation. Right? There is. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of faith, a lot of trust, and whatever it is that you believe in, if it's just your highest self, even if you don't believe in a higher power. It's a mind thing. So what's the next reason? Oh, well, no one's going to be around me. Well, would you rather be around people who don't give a fuck about you, that are playing in your face and taking your energy, that are energy harvesting off of you? The more we allow people to take our energy, we allow them, people don't do anything unless we allow them to do it. It's true. By allowing people to play in our face and steal our energy and all that thing, it keeps us in these cycles of being stuck. It's like you're being more loyal to other people and situations that harm you than being loyal to yourself. So the root cause of that, only you know what the root cause is for you. And your childhood, you were always, someone always picked over you. You may have been overweight as a child, or, you were that quirky child and people always made fun of you. So you may have learned how to adapt to different situations to wear a mask. A lot of awakening, in my opinion, is taking off the masks, especially if you're someone who's an empath or ADHD or neurodivergent. You don't have to be, but you have those labels, which are actually superpowers, by the way. They're not nothing bad. You just have to use the energies of the label of ADHD, neurodivergent, autistic, whatever it is, to your benefit. I think all autistic individuals are absolute fucking geniuses. Our brains work differently. Go back to your childhood. What situations, how did your caregivers teach you, inadvertently, may not have realized it, that you didn't matter, that you had to stay stuck in situations? When you're a child, you didn't have a choice. Well, this is a family I'm with. And, our brains don't develop till we're 25 and 27 if you're a man, and even longer for people who've had trauma. Literally, our brains don't develop for some time. So, first of all, don't shame yourself for being a child or a young adult and still staying in these situations or around family, around people that don't mean you well. But what in your childhood, your young adulthood, was taught to you that you don't matter, or I'm hearing